इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us on this special year-end edition of Bharat Franchise Show powered by Franchise India. Tomorrow we celebrate the new year 2026. A new year is always about fresh beginning, bold decision, and new possibilities. And there couldn't be a better time to begin your entrepreneurial journey. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has been trusted guide for thousands of investors, helping them to identify the right franchise business opportunities and successfully start sustainable franchise business. Today, the Indian market is evolving rapidly. The customers are increasingly seeking for quality products, superior service, and globally trusted international brands. This shift in mindset has opened up exceptional opportunities for entrepreneurs who want to build future-ready business backed by strong brands. We do this webinar every day with the same passion and commitment to empower you to take your next big decision towards business ownership. Through today's webinar, we bring you carefully curated high-potential brands that are actively expanding across India through franchising. These brands offer a proven business model, strong profitability potential, and robust support system, giving you everything you need to succeed. If you're watching us right now, you're just a few steps behind to take a meaningful decision to become an entrepreneur. And this could be the year you move from aspiration to action. So stay with us. Today, we will showcase some of the best international food and beverage brands from across the globe who are looking for their expansion pan-India and also looking for passionate franchise partners to grow their presence in India. Before I talk about the brand, I'm joined with Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She's the Managing Director of Franchise India. And we also have Rahul Sharma, who's the country head of many international brands that we will showcase today. So before I, invite Sonia ma'am to set the perspective, I would like to inform all the viewers that you also have opportunity to ask questions related to the brand and the business. In case if you will have any sort of question related to these brands or the business, you can post your queries into the Q&A box, and we will take them up once the presentation is over. Although we will introduce multiple brands today, so we will have a limited time. However, we are absolutely open for all your queries and support you need throughout this webinar. Now, I would invite Sonia ma'am to take the lead to set the perspective, and then we will move on to the presentation part.
Thank you so much, Bharat, and friends. A very good afternoon to all of you. I wish you all a very happy new year. And we all know today marks the last day of the year 2025 and also new beginning, which is 2026. And this is the time we decide on things which are very important milestones of our life for the year. And starting a new business is definitely one of the most important decisions that is always on top of our mind. So as we enter the new year, friends, we're witnessing a very powerful shift in the overall franchise and business landscape. The democratization of entrepreneurship, which means access of business, making entrepreneurship accessible to everyone, is something Franchise India has worked in the last 27 years. That is the foundation of our company. And democratized entrepreneurship works when knowledge systems and executions are shared. And entrepreneurship is no longer limited to few with legacy capital or deep industry network. But today, brand investors, franchise partners like you are coming together to create a very structured, scalable, and low risk pathways to owning a business. So as we start this year will further strengthen our entrepreneurship ecosystem where brands will scale faster through partnerships and not just capital, but somebody who brings strategic input outside the capital. Investors, operator, franchisees, they participate in businesses. And first-time entrepreneurs gain more access to proven models, systems, and mentorship. So growth in this era, I would say, will come from not just aggressive expansion plans of companies, but from responsible scaling, aligned partnerships, and shared value creation. I think that is the foundation for franchising and partnership. So as at our end, our commitment at Franchise India remains very, very strong. We bridge global brands, national brands with a very strong energy and legacy of entrepreneurship in India. We help investors make informed decision of starting a business and enable business owners like you to build profitable, sustainable enterprise, which is backed by very strong fundamentals. So here's a new year that creates more successful and more informed owners like all of you, stronger brands, smarter capital, and businesses which are built to last. So as the franchising industry is preparing for another transformative year, staying ahead of the emerging trends is very, very important, both from, I would say, the franchisor or the brand point of view, and equally from the franchisee point of view, so that you're able to take an informed decision of businesses which are the right fitment for you. And between our companies, Franchise India and Fran Global, we in fact specialize in helping business owners and investors like yourself to navigate through these shifts, which are tailored strategies and expert guidance. So if you look at franchising, friends, franchising is directly proportionate to consumption, and consumption cycles are changing and growing to reach the global average. Given the consumption story of India, which is very, very impressive, very robust, I would still say we are far behind in the global average in terms of per capita consumption in many categories. But growth in consumption cycles are directly proportionate to franchising. And what we're seeing today is, the following, I would say, two very important trends. And that was the reason for us to bring some of the opportunities that we are representing today. First, what we are seeing, there's a big franchise development in emerging markets like India. And as emerging economies represent a very significant growth opportunities for global companies, especially from the Asian market point of view. And brands which will stand out are the ones which have solid proof of concept, even beyond their home markets. They have category leading returns. They have perfected their systems, their product, and represent a very significant growth space in a big opportunity market like India. So that's something that we have seen in this year. And that is going to evolve and become even more stronger, as we enter 2026. The second area is we have seen in this year, because Franchise India has been instrumental in bringing more than 800 companies market entry to Indian market and other neighboring markets like Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Mongolia, and markets like even Nepal, Bangladesh, where we have taken a lot of international brands. So what we have seen in this year, area franchise, master franchise, and multi-unit franchisee in India is becoming very, very big. And as the industry progresses and matures, more mature players come into franchising. When I say more mature players come into franchising, both from the supply side, from the companies, today there are more corporates in India which are franchising than they were maybe 10 years back. Today, all large corporates in India are choosing franchise route to expand. And we are proud to work with the likes of Tata's, Aditya Birla, and Reliance Group. And equally from these, the franchisee point of view, there are more mature franchisees who are coming forward to take up franchise business. And this is something that we saw in America, where in 1950s, only 100 companies were in a business format franchising. Fast forward 10 years, 900 companies with more than 2 lakh outlets existed in America. And the era from 1960 to 1990 was marked by rapid growth, a lot of international expansion by companies in America. They expanded globally in different markets across the world. And this year, we also saw a massive interest which came from family offices, family businesses, enterprises, HNIs, families, senior professionals, first-time entrepreneurs. And more importantly, I would say one community which became very strong this year is the young cohort in India in the age group of 28 to 35 years of age, who have become a big community of franchise owners. And we see this trend becoming even more stronger in 2026. So when it comes to choosing a business, it is not just about choosing a brand, but it is more important that we have to have alignment in terms of our personal goals, our financial goals with the right opportunity. Second, we need to understand the overall investment landscape. And third is building a solid support system to ensure that the long-term success for an operator like you or a franchisee like you to run and operate the business is, supported by the company. And there are largely five things which any prospective, business owner who wants to enter a business looks at, which is first and foremost is the ease of doing a business, which means how easy it is for me to get into business, to run and operate the business. Second is the risk and reward analysis, because fear, when you look at any investment in a business, fear comes with a lot of uncertainty, as one does not know what he's getting in, maybe the industry, the market where he's opening, the kind of fitment it would need to maybe run a business or a particular brand. What is the go-to-market support which the company would provide? How and fourth is, which is very important, is how big is the life of the opportunity? Because my returns on any investment which are done and created by companies, including, we create business model for a lot of companies. We create these business models based on the life of the opportunity, because returns on any business is dependent and directly proportionate to the horizon of that opportunity. And then comes the overall industry specific category insights. So at Franchise India, when we work with our large community of investors, it is not just features of a brand or a product, but we take into consideration all these five important elements to help our community take a decision to start a business. And this is a very big community. We have been working with our investor community, guiding, navigating them through various businesses, opportunities, helping them evaluate based on your specific fitment. And today, I'm proud to say Franchise India works with more than 20,000 brands across all industries. We work with more than 600 brands for India market and the subcontinent. At the same time, we're also very proud master franchise of more than 60 global brands from 20 countries. And these brands have been selected by us on the opportunity that we see in India, the credibility of the people who are behind, the promoters of the companies, the founders of the companies, and how robust are their systems and processes, which are proven beyond their home countries or markets. And this year alone, I would say we've been instrumental in making successful market entries of more than 20 global brands in 3 countries, including Sri Lanka, India, and Mongolia. So what we look at, friends, there are 4 primary fitments. So any opportunity which you are considering, even before going to the brand that you want to look at, the 4 primary fitments is something that you should be able to navigate, which will help you to assess which opportunity is right for you. And the first is very important, which is your own fitment of strategic fitment, which means that what extra do you bring beyond the capital? It can be your experience on a industry or a category. It can be the education. It can be a real estate that you own and a specific business can be run on that business. So that's very important to be considered. Second is the financial fitment, which means the ready cash availability you have to run the business. Only if you have 50% or more as equity money, which is your own money, we count somebody as a financial ready investor. That's very, very important when you look at your financial investment in the business. And then comes your operational fitment, which is your time contribution. It can be your own self or somebody in the family who's part of the business. Only if you have minimum of 75 hours to contribute in the business every single month, we would consider you as an operator partner. And if you look at the different business models, largely 95% of the brands which are currently expanding, operating, they all expand through a franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated model. And 5% is the overall portfolio, which is looking at franchisee-owned company operations. And largely, these businesses require operations run by the company because of the complexity of the operations, and including even the financial ask by these companies is comparatively high, which is upwards of, I would say, 2.5 crores plus of operations. So if you're looking for a business for yourself, you want to contribute your time, we would definitely, need to understand the time contribution you or somebody in the family can have. And the fourth important fitment is the market fitment, which is go-to-market capability of a partner, similar business if you've done in the past, which also helps a brand go faster to the market. And that's very, very important for us. So, friends, what we'll do is we'll take you through some of the opportunities today. And these are the brands where Franchise India has invested in these companies as a master franchisee. And most of these brands, we've already done the market entry. They're operating in many cities across India. So I'll let Rahul lead the brief on these opportunities, the ask. I will also request all of you friends, if you have any specific questions, please feel free to ask your questions in the Q&A box. We'll also share our hotline number, our email ID with you. And maybe post this webinar, we'll be happy to conduct one-to-one meetings with you. And the year which is starting January onwards, we also have a lot of micro events which are being planned for the month of January. And maybe towards the end, we'll share the dates of these events. And Rahul and Vishal are also traveling to multiple cities. While they have teams across India, but they themselves are traveling to multiple cities in the month of January. So they will share these details with you. And maybe we can go a little deeper to understand our mutual fit for these brands we're representing to you today. So Rahul, over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you so much, Bharat. So first of all, guys, good afternoon, everyone. As man said, we are going to go with the brand. So we are coming with the four brands, and this is a brand which is an important for an Indian market. And this all four brands have some unique proposition, and that is the reason the franchise India is the master franchise. So with this, the first brand I want to start with the Bagel Stay. Start.
Right.
Speaking, Bagel Stain is a France-based company, and they started up in 2011. So when you're talking about the bagels, what is the meaning of bagels? You go to a lot of cafe. Not a single brand is available in Bagels and Co. And now they are operating 125 stores in a different part of the world, including the Indian market. And thanks to Franchise India, they are not only developing this brand in Indian market, but we are also developing into the international market. So we are opening in Mongolia and a different part of the country. Brands can share. And this is one of the brand. It is basically from France, and they are operating 125 store. And I want to thanks to Franchise India team. We are the master franchisee. So if we are the master franchisee, we are not just selling the franchisee to you, but we are also supporting you in terms of how to operate the store and from which part and which place you want to start. So the first and the most important is the support system. So take an example. If I want to start this franchisee, the first and the most important, you can connect with the franchise India team. They can guide you what is a bagel stand and how, and we can just give you a little bit more information and the detail we can discuss. The first and the most important is the support, the location support, hiring of the staff, the training, supply chain. When I say the supply chain, in terms of the raw material that will be supplied by us. Then we have the support from the project management. When I say the project management, the meaning is that both the way. In terms of the interior, my team is there who can also help you in the interior of the art along with the kitchen equipment setups. Then we have a launch activity, the marketing support. So we do a two type of marketing. Once the store is opening, then we will take care of the this thing. Apart from that thing, then there will be local store marketing will be taken care by us. So in this way, we have to take care of the support. So we do a 360-degree support to any franchisee partner while they are entering into the Bagel Stream family. So next. So Bagel Stream, they entered into Indian market in November 2024. We are opening 27 plus store in a different part of the city. We have already live our first store in Nexus, second store already live in Delhi. If someone is present in Delhi, they can go and visit our Jasola Pacific store. In Bangalore, we have already live in Embassy Golf Link, which is an IT hub. In Hyderabad, we have already live in Nexus Mall, which is one of the topmost mall of the country. Now we are opening a multiple store. If you're from Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Pune, Surat, Mumbai, Delhi, Chandigarh, even along with the various airport, we are opening this store. So the beauty of this bagel stand, while you're going into any cafe, you will not find a uniqueness. So they have 8 different types of breads available. You can choose your own bread depending upon your what type of bread you want to do it. Secondly, they have different types of ingredients are available, and it is a freshly prepared, no frozen concept. We are doing it, and then we have a different types of coffee, and then we have a different types of products available. So if we consider a menu of the bagel stand, they have 150 plus product available. In terms of the proposition, if I say we have a two type of model basically available. The first model is said as a unit franchisee concept. Someone can take a unit franchisee. The second model is called as the area developer model for some particular reason. For an area developer, some reasons are already sold, some reasons are available. If someone wants to take, I want to take that particular reason, we are happy to discuss, because while taking the area developer, we need a strategic partner who can work with us. They can also utilize the Franchise India platform in creating the sub franchisee unit. Being an area developer, they have to open a one or two cell phone store depending upon in what time. So first store mandatory to open in a time of 2 say 3 months, then second store we can plan in 9 to 12 months, and then we can do the sub franchisee. Secondly, someone would say, I don't want to do a sub franchisee for my particular reason. If they want to open their own store completely, we are happy to take the deal also. So for an area developer, some territories are available. We can discuss. Some territories are already sold where the unit franchisee options are available. In terms of the unit franchisee, we have a two type of model. The first model is always say as a takeaway model. When I said takeaway model, that will be open in your mall or maybe an IT hub, even maybe some airports if you're talking, which is not owned by travel food service company, where the takeaway model will be the perfectly fit in that space. For that thing, the size will require 350 to 500 square feet as a carpet area. The investment would come around 38 to 40 lakh rupees, out of which one-time franchisee fees is there. That is 12 lakh rupees is the franchisee fees, and that is valid for 5 years. Other are called as the variable component. Second model is called as my standalone model, where the people can come, they can hang out together. So जब आप कैफे की बात करते हो तो कैफे is the important part. होता है ना, देखते होंगे when someone is coming, they are coming for 1 hour, 2 hours. They want to enjoy their disposal time. आज मैं यदि कैफे में जाता हूँ, someone is coming, they want to spend at least 30 minutes, 1 hour with their loved one. That is the beauty. The people are coming, they are enjoying the ambience, they're enjoying the meal, they're enjoying the uniqueness of the bagel stand. And that is the reason, if you consider, you can go and taste the product. You will see how the quality we are delivering. For the standalone, the size will be around 700 to 1000 square feet. And the investment would come around 50 to 55 lakh rupees. Again, in both the model, our franchisee fees is fixed, which is 12 lakh rupees as a franchisee fee. Because it is an F&B brand and it is a QSR, because F&B without royalty is not acceptable. Royalty का मतलब basically है कि the operation team will support you month to month. कि आज मेरा जो business हो रहा है, how to improve the sale, and that is the reason we are charging 7% royalty on a monthly sale. So if someone wants to take the master franchise or the area developer right, so the territories are available right now. Some East India is available. We have in for North India, except Delhi NCR, the territories are available. If you talked about the South, we have a Kerala available in South as the area developer right. Other regions are sold. In that region, we are open for a unit franchising. So with this, we can go with the second brand, Bharat.
Friends, I would also like to add, these are just few of the opportunities that we are presenting today, and we have an opportunity for some of the brands. We don't have all territories available because we launched them a couple of months back, and most of the area locations have already gone. But all the locations where we already have an area partner, we'll be happy to discuss either a unit or a multi-unit opportunity with you. But you can also discuss separately with Rahul on the locations or markets, cities, states where we currently open. So he shared his number and also his email ID with you. And friends, some of you, I'm seeing you want to ask any questions, you can keep putting that in the Q&A box. We'll keep asking and taking these questions, which can also benefit your friends and colleagues who have joined on the call. So you can keep writing these questions alongside. Bharat, are we putting the next slide?
Yeah, do a share. So guys, this is another brand from UK, and everyone is talking about kebab. This is the first time in Indian market when someone is giving the franchisee for the kebab. Donor Shack is basically a UK-based company, and they started their business in 2016. In UK, they are operating 25 store. Now they entered into the Indian market through Franchise India. We are the master franchisee. So the support system, again, from the location point of view, hiring, training, supply chain, marketing support will be supported by us. So if I talk about more where these brands are available, DonorShake is also present in US, UK, Canada, and Mongolia. Mongolia is again coming through Franchise India. So Franchise India is not only helping you to take the brand in Indian market, but we are also helping you for any other category. If you have a family member, they want to start something in a neighbor or any part of the country, we can discuss in detail how the brand can work together in that part. So DonorShare, they entered into Indian market last year. We have already live our store. The first store is live in Mumbai. If anyone is from Maharashtra, Mumbai or Western part, they can go. They can test the product. So we have opened our Bandra West is the first location. We are coming with a multiple store. So we are coming in Bangalore. We are coming in Pune. We are coming in Delhi. We are coming in Hyderabad. We are also coming into Chennai. The different part of the places this brand is. So why this brand is unique? Because when you're going into the market again, you see which brand is available in this concept, not a single brand. Second, they got an award, which is a Berlin Award, a great award in terms of the QSR concept. If you talked about again the investment point of view, we have a two type of model. The first model is always be the unit franchisee model. We sold a lot of master franchisee. There the unit franchises are available. The Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, Telangana, the unit franchisee options are available here. But in some reasons, we are open for the area developer right. When I said the area developer right, same just like the master franchisee. If you become an area developer, we need a strategic partner. The meaning of strategic partner, we want to work together. He or she can also develop their territory with us. They can utilize the Franchise India platform. They can also be the part of various platforms because Franchise India created a lot of brand. As Sonia ma'am said, we are the master franchisee for this brand. So we wanted every partner who is the part of this family work must make the money. And that is the reason the location play very important role. For DonorShake or maybe the bagel chain, all the malls in India are ready to give the space. If you go and you can ask them, can I open a bagel chain? Can I open the DonorShake? They're ready to give the space. Investment.
If I can also add trends for all the brands, because Franchise India owns the master right for these companies, we are extremely picky on two things. One is the location cannot be a wrong location. So most of the brands which have already been launched, you will see we have taken the most prime spots even in the mall, including the atrium locations, airport locations for a brand called Frank's, which is running in Hyderabad. We've also taken for DonorShack, we launched this in the first outlet in India about 4 months back. And this is one of the highest performing locations which is operating in Bandra. So our friends from Bombay or nearby locations can also visit that location. And this is one of the highest performing outlets. We are doing an average of 80 to 1 lakh at that location. It's not a very large format. It's about 500 square feet, but the location is very, very prime. It is just next to Shilpa Shetty's restaurant on that street. So we do very good deliveries, and it is also open till 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So it is open till late night. And we're also scouting for more locations in Bombay and other cities where we already signed, including Bangalore. We are opening up very shortly in Bangalore. So we'll be happy to discuss with you any specific city that you're keen on. But our teams will also work with you. We have a separate team that works with our partners to scout the locations, and we work with nothing but the best properties, whether that's high street locations or mall locations or airport locations. Yeah.
Great. So in terms of, we have a two type of model basically, the unit model and the area developer. In unit model, again, we require a takeaway model, and the second is for the standard. For takeaway, we will go with a 600 to 800 square feet as a carpet area, and for the standalone, we will go with 1000 to 1200. The investment for takeaway will approximately between 70 to 80 lakh rupees, out of which one-time franchisee fees is there, which is 15 lakh rupees. For the standalone, we can go with 80 to 90 lakh rupees, and again the 15. As I said, in F&B business, we required a royalty, and that is the reason we are charging 8% royalty on a monthly basis. Of an ROI, if you consider.
Now your voice is fading.
Now it is audible, Bharat?
You're not audible sometimes.
No, I think now it is audible.
Yeah, please continue.
Yes. So in terms of the cost of good, again, because it's a QSR concept, our cost of good is just 30%, 70% as a gross margin. And we are already running the bagel stand, we are already running the donor shack. Our net margin is coming around 28 to 30% as a net margin. So tenure for this donor shack, again, it's a 5 year is the tenure for a unit franchisee. If someone is taking the area developer right, again they have a 5 year is the tenure. But after 5 years, the renewal of an agreement for the next 5 years. If someone wants to take the area developer right, apart from the what territory we said, just like Karnataka, Telangana, and Maharashtra, Goa, and Tamil Nadu, the deals are signed. Here we are open for a unit franchisee, but for other reason we are open for the master franchisee, where someone can take the territory right. They can also develop the brand in that region, and the 100% support will be provided from the franchise India along with the donor shack team, who can help you in terms of creating the sub franchise unit. You can utilize the complete. And while we are running our store, the average store is, if I talked about the ROI of that store, if someone is running and you can go, you can taste the product. Our average order value for donor shack is coming, AOV is almost 450, and in for legal stain, it's 325 as an AOV, which is coming as an average order. So with this, we can go with the third brand. The third brand is called as Barstows.
And I think I'll also take up a questions. This will also help our other friends understand. So typically in a food business, unit economic actually includes the following, where typically your cost of food can be anything between 25 to 30%, depending on the category and the product. Second is your royalty, which is anything from 7 to 8% the average royalties which companies charge. Then we have a cost of occupancy, which is a rental, which again can be, depending on the location that you are, can be anything from 18% to about 22% is the cost of the occupancy, which is a rental. And then comes the salary of the staff. And because most of the formats that we are currently doing, these are all idiot-proof concepts, which means you don't require a very skilled staff to run and operate the business. So these are systems, processes which we train the franchise partner and also the staff on them. So typical my cost of salary would be approximately 12% on an average, and then comes utility cost, which is your water, electricity, which is another 2.5%. And then we have a marketing budget. So some companies take also centralized pool of advertisement levy from their franchise partners to invest in the national marketing. And there's also a marketing which is about 1.52%, which also we expect a franchise partner to retain to do local marketing in the neighborhood, the vicinity which he is present in. So all these costs put together, typically in an F&B business, your bottom line margins, operating margins are close to about 20 odd percent. Haji Rahul.
All right. So before, Rahul, the next brand we'll talk about. Give me a second.
So Suryaji, the investment that you see in the columns, they include the franchise fees.
Now, the third brand is called as the Barstows. Everyone is talking about the flame grilled chicken concept, and I can proudly say the Franchise India again is the master franchisee for this brand. It is a South African chain started in 1992. They're operating more than 180 stores worldwide. And one of the unique brand, if someone is talking about bag burger or peri peri concept, that was formed by the Barstows. The beauty of these Barstows, they have their own patent sauces. We have a different types of sauces are available. Next page, we can go. Bharat, next page. Bharat, next page. Yes. So if you see these sauces, we have a different types of sauces are available that will be always helpful. They have their own sauces which can be supplied from South Africa. Then they have own spices which is directly supplied. So in the Indian market, we are opening a multiple store. The first store we are opening in Bangalore on 10 to 15th of January. If someone is from Bangalore, they can go. South India, they can go in Embassy Tech Place. We are opening in Nagpur, second store. The third store we are opening in Pune. Fourth store we are opening in Hyderabad. Fifth store we are opening in Visakhapatnam. So these are the places which we are opening in next 60 days. The beauty of Barstows, everyone heard a name of this thing. So in Barstows, again, we have a two type of a model. The first is called as the unit franchisee model, and this is called as the casual dining restaurant, CDR. The first two brand, the bagel stain, and we can say as a donor shack, it is called as a quick service restaurant. The second concept is called as the area developer opportunity, where someone can take the area rights, where the Franchise India again support along with the Barstows to create the sub-franchisee unit. While someone is making the sub-franchisee unit, then there will be a revenue share in terms of the franchisee fees, then there will be a revenue share in terms of the royalty. For a unit, the investment would come around 80 to 90 lakh rupees, out of which the area will be around 800 to 1200 as a square feet. And the franchisee fees for this model will be 20 lakh rupees as a franchisee fees that is valid for 5 years. Every 5 years is again renewal of an agreement. Again, as man said, because the royalty again, it's 8% royalty we are charging, and this brand is available in Indian market before COVID. If you are part of Chandigarh, Lucknow, Delhi, Hyderabad, and Mumbai, they are running a different store. But because of COVID, they shut down their business. Now they re-entered into the Indian market through Franchise India. We are not just only selling this franchisee in India, we are also coming into Mongolia, we are coming into Sri Lanka through franchise. That is the reason. The beauty of the Franchise India Master Franchisee. We are not just selling the franchisee. We are also helping you to execute the process. We are also helping to improve the sale. We are also helping you in terms of the which location, which brand will be fit. And we will also come on the negotiation with the vendor. And that is the reason. Whenever any layout is approved for particular brand, if you talked about Donor Shack, Eagle Stain, or Barcelos, we required 50 to 60 days time to make the store line. And that is the reason we have an authorized vendor available across different part of the team. When the layout is approved, we can create the store. In meanwhile, we can also apply for the kitchen equipment that will be supplied from the authorized vendor. Then the third, then we will also help you in the hiring and the training. And then we can open the store in 61 or the 65 days. That is the beauty of this brand. And that is the reason. And apart from that thing, the back end complete supply chain, complete recipe will be followed by the brand. So if someone wants to start something casual dining restaurant and you go a lot of times the Nando's, only the competitor for a Nando's is Barcelos. You can't take Nando because Nando's charging 4, and we are just in 80 and 90 lakh rupees, we are making a Barcelos. So I would suggest if someone wants to start something in flame grill chicken concept, then they have a different types of burgers are available. Then if someone wants to say, I want to eat shawarma and we have a different types of shakes are available, then this is the perfect choice for the meal. In Barcelos, we have a breakfast menu, we have a proper meal concept also. And they have their own manufacture of these spices and their own manufacture of the sauces. So if someone wants to become my area developer, apart from the revenue share, which will be available through selling the sub-franchisee unit, they can also get a distribution right of the sauces, which is available on a screen. So they can be supplied to their store and from there they can get things. So with this, we can go with the fourth brand. So, Bharat, Urban Yogurt Factory. So now we talked about three brands. They are in the some is in cafe with the bagels and coffee, other is in kebab, and the third is called as the chicken concept with the fourth brand is called as the dessert brand. One of the great brand from France, and it is called as the Yogurt Factory. They are operating 110 stores in 10 plus countries. Even in Asian market, they are running in Malaysia 2 stores. Beauty of the Yogurt Factory is a complete idiot-proof business where you will not depend upon the manpower. It's a QSR concept. And they are making a freshly prepared yogurt in front of the customer. Then they have a different types of menus are available that include your waffles, coffee, shakes. And for this brand, and 0% fat, because people are becoming more health conscious. They're thinking, okay, if I want to eat something in desert, can I get some product which is a 0 fat and yogurt is the right. And we have a different types of toppings are available. You can compare a different. They have a more than 100 varieties of product available under a single shop. For Yogurt Factory, we not require too much space. And that is the beauty. If someone wants to say, I want to start something takeaway concept, and this takeaway is purely in mall and IT hub. So 250, say 350 square feet is a perfect space. If someone would say, I want to start something in cafe, where you have a different types of menu, where you have a different types of coffee we are keeping, then we have a different types of waffles are there, yogurt is available, then we have different types of shakes are available. That is called my standalone concept. Is called as a Yogurt Factory Pure Cafe. So in both the model, if someone says, I want to go with a pure desert section, with a smaller space is required, where 250 to 350 is the perfect space. And for that thing, the investment would come around 35 to 40 lakh rupees, out of which 8 lakh rupees is the franchisee fee. Second, when someone says, I want the standalone model, then the investment would come around 45 to 50 lakh rupees or 55. In that, 12 lakh is the franchisee fees. Since it is an F&B, again we are charging a royalty which is 6% on a monthly sale. And again, the contract period is 5 years. And in terms of an cost of good, because it's a gazette, our cost of good is just 25%, 75% is a gross margin. While you consider your expense, removing the manpower cost, rental, electricity bill, your net margin would be around 30%. In a yogurt factory, if I talked about the manpower, for the takeaway, we required 3 manpower. For the standalone, 5 to 6 manpower. For the last 3 brand, for if I want to say for Barcelos, we will require 8 to 10 manpower because it's a casual dining restaurant. For Donut Shack, for a takeaway, we will require 5 to 6 manpower. For the standalone, 8 to 10, and for the bagel stand, 4 to 6 manpower, depending upon which model you want to work. So other model for the yogurt factory is the master franchisee or the area developer rights. So we are open across India for yogurt factories. Someone would say, I want to start something in a 100% pure veg concept. This brand is available. Lot of people for Jain community, lot of people from Gujarat, Mumbai, Pune, because lot of places are there where the pure veg concept is required in desert section. The yogurt factory is available. So we have to open for a unit franchisee for this brand. We are also open for the area developer rights or the master franchisee right. If someone wants to say, I want to take the complete reason, we are open for that thing also. With this, I want to hand over to Bharat because of the time.
Thanks a lot, Rahul. Thanks so much for presenting few, the great QSR, the brands. Everyone, in case if you look India, I mean, India is at a very strong growth stage when it comes to cafe and QSR sector, right? Over the last decades, Indian consumers, especially the young professionals, students, and urban families have moved from occasionally eating out to cafes and QSRs, becoming a regular lifestyle habits. Today, consumers are increasingly willing to pay a premium, for better food quality, consistent taste, quality services, and of course, superior experience overall. There is a growing demand for premium and differentiated cafe and the QSR concepts across metro cities, tier 1, tier 2 cities, as consumers are looking for alternatives of the, to the overcrowded mass market chains. At the same time, the rapid growth of malls, high streets, business hubs, and mixed-use developments are also creating ideal expansion opportunities for these brands. So Rahul, as already have explained, the 4 different QSR brands. Now we will move on to our next segment, that is all about the cafes. Vishal Mahajan, who is heading 2 brands, he's going to present the 2 brands from cafe that and both are from Vietnam. Yep, Vishal.
Thanks, Bharat, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. And I'm thankful to all of you for joining and taking time for this particular webinar. And I'm going to present 2 international cafe brands from Vietnam today. One is 3 o'clock, that is into a premium cafe segment, and the second one is Happy Tea, that is into a premium tea lounge market brand. So I will begin with 3 o'clock. So just let me share my screen also.
Sure.
So yeah.
You're visible.
Thank- So yeah, before just going into the brands, and I just want to brief you about the opportunity that we are bringing here in India, that is into
Shall we lost your connection? So I'll start. So 3 o'clock coffee is a Vietnamese cafe chain which started in 2016, and it was popularly known as a 24-hour coffee service and a very distinct blend of traditional Vietnamese flavors with modern cafe culture like you see in the picture here. And it was founded with the aim to transform the coffee outings into social, community friendly spaces where people can connect, they can work, they can relax at any hour, reflecting the vibrant cafe culture of Saigon, where we launched our first location. And currently, we have locations which are operating in Gurgaon. We have launched 6 locations in Gurgaon, and we also have more locations which are coming up, including one in Gujarat, which is opening up very, very soon. And this is one of the fastest moving brands, I would say, in our portfolio, where we already have area developers signed for most of the locations across India, barring a few markets and states where we are still open. So I'll let Vishal, if you can hear, maybe you can lead the balance presentation. Vishal, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, ma'am. Am I audible?
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, so as my Sonia mentioned already that this brand is from Vietnam and already rapidly growing in India. And we have signed major Indian metro cities as a regional master franchisee rights. Like Delhi NCR, we have signed Chennai, we have signed Hyderabad and other major metro cities. But still, we are having like open opportunities available for Bangalore and Mumbai, Greater Mumbai area. And in eastern region, we have opportunity available for major regions like Kolkata. Other than that, there are for unit level opportunity. All the regions are still available, and we have already operational outlets in Gurgaon, 6 outlets there. And coming first week in January, we are going to open in Surat as well, and there will thereafter another locations like Gandhinagar, Pune, Hyderabad, Chennai that are in pipeline. And in total, we have already signed more than 30 outlets. And coming next quarter, we are planning to add 50 more outlets across India. And coming to the franchisee models, so we are having three type of franchisee model here. One is takeaway model that is of 300 square feet, and that is majorly we can place it in campus like corporate towers or any travel locations. That is majorly a kiosk space. Total investment will be 30 lakh including franchisee fees, and total royalty will be 7%, and payback will be within 1.5 year to 2 years. So another model that is that is it fitment in high street shopping mall area, 1,000 square feet. It's a dine-in model where we are having approximately 30 to 40 seating capacity over there, and total investment will be 45 lakh. Royalty will be 7%, and agreement period will be 5 years. The full-fledged cafe dining model will be of 3,000 square feet, where we will have some covered space, open space, and total investment will vary from say odd 70, 65 to 75 lakh, and the payback period will be 1.5 year. Royalty will be 7% across all the models. So other than this unit model, we have a area developer, that is regional master franchisee model, and the total investment will vary from 25 lakh to 90 lakh. So these prices are valid for next 15 days. Thereafter, we are going to revise our franchisee fees and area developer fee. So it will be a good opportunity if you can start interacting just after webinar, and we can close in next couple of weeks so that you can get advantage of all these pricing and all, because we have launched our 6 outlets already. So these launch prices will not be valid for more days now. So it will be valid for next 15 days. So you can grab this opportunity as soon as possible. So these regional master franchisee and area developer opportunities are ideal for those investors who are looking for some kind of model that is wealth generating, or some kind of opportunity they want to create for their next generation. So this area developer model will be best opportunity for them, because it's a scalable model where they can have multiple revenue sources like franchisee fee share, royalty share, and it will be a recurring revenue month on month basis that they can do. So this is an ideal opportunity. So the best part is that like other international brands that Rahul discussed earlier also, that where Franchise India Group is a master franchisee of brand. So in a similar way, we Franchise India Group is a master franchisee of these brands, and all the operational support will be provided by us. That includes 360-degree operational support that starts from location scouting, location finalization, manpower hiring, training, all marketing strategies, support in-store marketing, pre-launch, post-launch, all these planning strategies and support will be provided by master franchisee and brand itself. Now, one of the major support system and also the backbone of any cafe is supply chain management that will be taken care by the master franchisee and brand. We have already all the vendor suppliers in place. So any of the investor who is going to take a franchisee unit or must area developer, they don't have to worry about the raw material, ingredients, whatever they required, that will be in place by the master franchisee only. So they don't need to worry about the vendors and suppliers. So it will be well taken care by the master franchisee. Other than that, all product development R&D will be taken care, like based on the region, because India is a big country and we are having multiple regions, and every region is different from one another. Like in whatever works in north may not work in South India or may not work in West India. So based on the regions, our R&D team will work on the preferred choices of those consumers, and we will develop new products on season basis. We will introduce new drinks, new food items. Other than that, all operational support SOPs will be taken care of, and all we will make sure that all employees will be well trained on all those SOPs. Yeah. So this is all about 3 o'clock. Like we are open for all unit and area developer opportunities. And if you have any questions, you can drop your in Q&A box. Otherwise, we will move ahead to the next brand, Happy Tea. Yeah, so Bharat, shall we move to the next brand now?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just hold on. So our next brand is Happy Tea. That is also from Vietnam, just like 3 o'clock. And the best part of both these brands is that the founders team and the management team. This brand is backed by and also the co-founded by Miss Van, who is also a Shark Tank judge in season 7 and also going to represent in other seasons also. And also she is president of Vietnamese Franchisee Association, and also she represented many other F&B brands for their global expansion and all. So this will actually add in their global expansion journey when someone from this kind of profile belongs to any of the brand. And this brand is not just backed as an investment, but she is also a co-founder of this brand. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so as screen reflects, this is a layout of Happy Tea. In Vietnam, they started in 2017, like just 8 years ago, as a brand name Puk Tea. So they started in 2017, and thereafter they like pitched this brand to in Shark Tank, and Miss Van invested in and become a co-founder also. Then they started their journey. Until now, they are operating 160 plus outlets in Vietnam and Philippines. They entered in Philippines market in 2024, and they renamed rebranded it as a Happy Tea as a global brand name. So now this book tea is rebranded as Happy Tea, and in Philippines they are expanding as Happy Tea, and also we are launching in India as a brand name Happy Tea. Also in Vietnam they are trying to rebrand it from Puk Tea to Happy Tea, and also this is reflecting through all their social media pages and all also. So this is their journey, like from 2017 till now, they are having 160 plus outlets, entering into third country now, And as in India, we have launched this brand in some like 6 months back, and till now we have signed regional master franchisee of complete Telangana area, Andhra Pradesh area, Gujarat area, and some few more areas recently we have signed, and very soon we will declare it. But still, we have many opportunities available in major metro cities like Mumbai, Greater Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata, Pune, Delhi NCR. So still there are a lot of regional master franchisee opportunities are available with this brand. And other than that, unit franchises are also available. Now, best part of this brand is the positioning of this brand. So this is an international offering international diversified beverages menu like Vietnamese tea, Vietnamese coffee. Other than that, there will be matcha series and bubble tea, fruit teas. So they are having like diversified international menu. But yes, it is positioned in a Indian tea lounge market where there are brands available who are offering just different variety of Indian teas only, like ginger tea, cardamom tea, and all. They don't have that kind of diversified menu available in that particular category where we are placing this brand, because this brand investment range vary from 12 to 15 lakh, 12 to 16 lakh, and in that particular investment range we are offering like large diversified menu. So this kind of uniqueness is not available in with any of the other brand available in this particular segment. So that's why this is very unique proposition, and
I
something
can also add, Vishal, friends, this is a very fast growing and a very scalable brand from Vietnam. And while there's few locations which we has already been given awarded as a area franchise partner, but this is also a very good format for multi-unit operators where you can own and operate a combination of 3 to 5 locations, where we can combine strategic locations, small locations, some kiosk closer to the captive audience, closer to universities. So it is a very high quality, innovative drink which is tailored to local regional preferences and very flexible store formats, including kiosk, flagship stores, carts, which is suited for malls, campuses, high footfall urban areas. And this model that we have created in India is extremely scalable. So with an investment of approximately 12 odd lakhs, which includes your franchise fees, your capex investment, your equipment investment, you can own a single unit of Happy Tea. हाँ जी.
Yes, and also like many of the investors that we are interacting with, they are having some sort of 1,000 square feet space, 115 square feet space. We have multiple brands that can complement each other. Even we can place all these brands all together also, like Happy Tea with chocolate bash and seven fries. So there are many combinations that we have, so we can interact and place any of these brands in your available locations also. So this investment range will vary from 12 to 16 lakhs. So we can place it in multiple location like college, universities, and all any market area, any corporate hubs where there is good footfall of young consumers, young people. So again, the major and the important aspect is what kind of brand support will be there. So like other brands, master franchisee rights are with Franchise India Group, and we are going to provide you with all operational support, including manpower, hiring, training, location support, store launch, R&D, new product development, supply chain management, uh, marketing strategies, store launch, pre-launch, post-launch, everything will be taken care of by Master Franchisee Franchise India Group, and you whatever that is required for a single unit franchisee or multi-unit franchisee owners to start an outlet, that support will be provided by us. So you don't have to bother about what from where you will get raw material, from how you will train people if someone leave, new team members will come, new employees you will hire, how they will get trained. So everything will be taken care by the master franchisee, and we will make it happen. So this brand is also associated with many sustainable activities, CSSR activities, and like providing home to homeless people. And other than that, they are involved in very many marketing activities also. So this is the financial model of unit franchisee for 200 square feet to 500 square feet. 4 lakh is the franchisee fee component, and if you are going to start a 200 square feet model, total investment will be 12 lakh, and for 500 square feet, total investment will be 16 lakh. That is inclusive of franchisee fees. The royalty component will be 6%, annual ROI will be 100%, and payback period will be 12 to 14 months, and contract period will be 5 years. Here we have area developer model. The one area developer regional fee will be 25 lakh. The total store scope will be 15 store. Franchisee fee share will be 40%, and royalty share will be 14%. Now, depending on the big regions, like if we can talk about Delhi NCR. Delhi NCR is divided into 3 regions. So you can even opt for single region like South Delhi and Gurgaon, something like that. Or if you want, you can take complete regional rights, like complete Delhi NCR rights. So we will discuss all those opportunities with you. So if you are interested, just connect with us. I am sharing my contact details on chat box. So in total, yeah, we have discussed 2 major brands like 3 O'Clock and Happy Tea, both from Vietnam. 3 O'Clock is a premium cafe brand. Benchmarking is with Third Wave Blue Tokai. And for customers, price point 190 to 100 rupees starting one. And if we are coming to the mass market, we have Happy Tea, where investment will vary from 12 to 16 lakh. For consumer, pricing will start from 85-90 rupees. So you can target it to all schools, colleges, university areas, all IT spaces where there are young employees working. So it is an ideal for the mass market. But yes, it's an international brand, so it's again giving you that kind of uniqueness and USP in entering into that particular segment. Yeah, so we are open to take questions if there is any, Bharat.
Great.
Right,
Thank you
thanks.
so much, Vishal. And friends, if you have any further questions, this is a limited portfolio of brands that we presented today. But like I said, we have a portfolio of more than 60 international brands, which is owned and operated through a master franchise contract by Franchise India. And especially if you are an individual who's looking for a master franchise, we're very particular also equally on the profile of the partners, because master franchise we own the master rights. And if you're looking to own any region or area, we're looking at partners who come along with us as co-founders in that market, who have the same vision as Franchise India has, which is building long-term value of the brand and long-term commitment from the partners. It requires a very, very different mindset, a different set of responsibilities, including a proof of concept in your market. So somebody who comes with a long-term viewpoint on building the brand is somebody we're looking at. And as a return, typically an area franchise partner has to run and operate minimum of 1 unit under him, which acts as a proof of concept. And also all future franchise in that market are trained in that location. And in addition to that, because we are already having a huge ecosystem of investor community who's looking to invest in opportunities, every single month in whatever locations we sign up an area franchise, we also conduct monthly events where our teams in that particular market also work with the area partners to support him in sub-franchising. And the area franchisee gets income from royalty share and also a share from the franchise fees, which is a one-time fee. And royalties are recurring every month, which comes to our franchise partners. So friends, this is what we had to present today. Both Vishal and Rahul have shared their contact details with you. If you want to reach out to understand these business models in more detail, we'll be happy to connect with you on one-to-one discussion. Thank you so much. Bharat, over to you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today on this special webinar. As we already have discussed that the cafe and QSR sector is really growing well. In India, particularly, everyone is looking for great taste, great quality, ambience, and that is what we are here for. So these brands are very much famous in their own respective countries. In case if you would also like to be a part of their successful journey in Indian aspects, then of course you can get in touch with Vishal and Rahul both. We both have shared their number in the chat box. You just need to dial those numbers, maybe like after this webinar. Right, so that's it for the day, everyone. Thanks so much, Vishal, for coming here today. Right, I really appreciate you for getting some time, and at the same point of time, also all the the viewers, right? Mithilesh Chaudhary has asked logistic franchise. All right, so you can get in touch with us on the number 9717683838. Right, I have already shared this number, sir, and we can have discussion about the same opportunity. So that's it. Thanks a lot, Vishal. Thanks everyone for joining this. See you tomorrow once again at 12 o'clock. Thanks. Bye-bye.